I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Music Theory Tuition series where I work with you step by step through the ABRSM Discovering Music Theory grades. I'll work through every single exercise and explain everything you need to know. You can access information about the books I have available to help you on my website. Go to sharonbill.com. For advert-free and longer lessons, you can become a patron at patreon.com/SharonBill. If you can give me a like, that would be super, and please do subscribe to my channel to stay updated. You can support this channel by buying me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/SharonBill. We move on to the final section of the practice exam paper on pages 94 and 95 of the Grade 5 Discovering Music Theory workbook. And in this section, Music in Context, we get a mixed bag of all sorts of different things relating back to this little extract of music here. So we have a flute solo with a piano accompaniment, and we have some questions to answer regarding this. So we're going to keep relating back to this little extract of music, and look how all of the theory that we've learned so far applies to music actually as we play it. So the first job is we're going to look at the flute part, just bar one of the flute part, that's the top line here, and we've got to choose which of these extracts, despite changing the clef, is 2 octaves lower than the original. So let's think what the original looks like using middle C as our reference point. So here we have the A. So that's the A. If we drop down an octave, that's 1 octave. And if we drop down another octave, we're going to be below middle C. 1, 2, 3 notes below middle C. That will be 2 octaves lower, just below middle C. And so we can have a look here. Well, if this is middle C in the tenor, we're already way above that. So that can't be right. We're actually above middle C. Now here, this is the bass clef. If that's middle C, C, B, A, that's exactly 1, 2, 3 steps below middle C. That's what we're after. And then everything follows suit accordingly. And then here, if that's middle C in the tenor, C, B, A, that is also 1, 2, 3 steps below middle C, and then everything follows accordingly. So B and C will answer that question. Let's turn the page, but keeping this little extract of music to hand. So is it true or false that the music should be performed playfully? Let's look at the beginning and see what clues we've got. So we know that it's fast, but this is the word here, scherzando. Scherzo is playful, so it's in a playful style. So indeed it should be played playfully. Is it true or is it false that all the notes in bar 1 should be slightly separated? Let's have a look at bar 1. And so here we have this semi-staccato, where it looks like an impossibility to play it staccato and slurred. That means semi-staccato, slightly slurred. However, don't be fooled here. That is not a staccato dot. It comes after the note. That's a timing, meaning that the note is made half as long again. That's a slur, which means smoothly. That's not a staccato marking, otherwise it would be above. So actually, no, not the whole bar. This second 2 beats, yes, but this first beat is slurred, and so that's false because it's not all of the notes, and so that's not correct. Is it true or false that the highest note in the extract is E? So we're looking for the high notes, and so that will be in the treble clef. So it could be in the flute part, or it could be in the piano part. So here, this is the highest note yet. So F, G, A, B, C, D, E, that's a note E. Does it get any higher than 3 ledger lines on that ledger line? Let's see. Well, it certainly doesn't here. And it certainly doesn't here. So that's the highest note in the first bar of the piano part. There's no key signature to worry about. It's just note E. And so yes, indeed, the highest note, where's the question? There we go, is E. Is it true or is it false that the first four notes of the left-hand part of bar 7 form a chromatic scale? So bar 7, the first four notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, in the left hand, which is the lowest stave. So let's see what we've got here. We've got a G, and then we have an A. Well, already that's not chromatic, it should be G sharp or A flat, shouldn't it? So yes, after that the A sharp and the B are chromatic, but that one is not. G to A is not a semitone. So although it looked promising, no. So that's false. Does the flute play an appoggiatura in bar 7? Well, here's bar 7. This is the flute part, and actually that's not an appoggiatura, that's an upper mordant, so that's also false. Let's press on. Which other instrument is best suited to play the flute part so it can sound at the same pitch? So remember, the flute is a treble instrument. Well, the double bass, surely there's your clue, not that. The violin certainly could. The horn does move into the treble clef, but it certainly doesn't go high enough. It's bass into treble, and the tuba again is bass. So the violin is the one. It's a very similar range of pitch to the flute. It's a treble instrument also. Let's move on. So how many times does the supertonic note in the key of C major appear in the flute part? Well, in C major, C is the tonic, D is the supertonic, supertonic is number 2. So we're looking for note D in the flute part. So let's see how many note Ds we can find. So that's a C. It could be any octave. There's a D. There's a D. And there's a D at the end. So we have 1, 2, 3. And then we have a final 2 sentences to complete. The note in the flute part of bar 4 is worth how many demi-semiquavers? So bar 4 gives us a minim, which we know. Now we're going to run out of space here, so I'm going to just do a crotchet and then multiply it by 2. So a crotchet divides into 2 quavers, which divides into 4 semiquavers, which divides into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 demi-semiquavers, and then that's 1 crotchet beat just to save room, times 2. 8 times 2 is 16. So that's 16 demi-semiquavers to 1 minim. Now, where are we instructed to suddenly play quietly? And although we have P here, that's nothing telling us it's sudden. Let's see what happens before that. This is the bit here. P subito. Subito is suddenly. So it's just suddenly from being forte on beat 2 of bar 4, it suddenly gets quiet. Quite a dramatic effect there. And so we are in bar 4. That's that question completed, that's that page completed, and that's that exam completed. Excellent, well done. I hope this is helpful to your studies. Please do like and subscribe to stay updated. If you'd like to support this channel, you can buy me a coffee, and for advert-free lessons, you can become a patron. Do visit my website where you'll find many resources available to help you. Visit sharonbill.com. Thanks for watching. Bye.